Hello, we want to welcome you to the College of Social Work's new student orientation presentation. My name is Eli Covarrubias. I'm one of the undergraduate social work advisors who works with pre-BSW, BSW, and pre-MSW students.
Hi, I am Delva Hommes, also a social work undergrad advisor.
We are excited that you have chosen the social work field and are part of the college's community. As academic advisors, we look forward to helping you in your program and through your time at the University of Utah. In today's presentation, we're going to cover what is social work, give an overview of the BSW program, discuss opportunities in the College of Social Work, and provide some next steps.
The primary mission of the social work profession is to enhance human well-being and help meet the basic human needs of all people, with particular attention to the needs and empowerment of people who are vulnerable, oppressed, and living in poverty. The mission statement illustrates not only what the core of social work is, but what our BSW program is all about. The BSW degree and profession is grounded in social justice work. This statement is part of the NASW, National Association of Social Workers, Code of Ethics, which social workers are required to follow.
Regarding the social work profession and the BSW program, we prepare students to become social workers from a generalist practice approach. What this means is that our program will teach you to work with people individually, with families and in small groups, as well as at the community level, and also how to work at the institutional level, so the largest level of society, to understand the social welfare systems, policies, and research that guides the work that we do. You receive a well-rounded education that truly helps you understand and provides opportunities to be able to work at the micro, meso, and macro levels of society. You can view social work as an interdisciplinary academic field that encompasses psychology, sociology, and political science, all embedded within a social justice framework. Because of such, our education and profession allows students to pursue social work positions in various sectors. You'll see social workers in the healthcare sector, such as in hospitals, community clinics, elderly care facilities, veteran affairs hospitals, among many others. You'll also see social workers as case managers in the community, working in family and children's service agencies, in foster care, adoption organizations, refugee and immigration centers, homeless shelters, elderly facilities, and residential treatment homes. Social workers also working as rehabilitation specialists, mental health and behavioral health assistants, and even as mental therapists when they pursue a master's in social work and become a licensed clinical social worker. Social workers work in the community and educate and advocate for various vulnerable populations in community nonprofits, public, local, state, and national offices, also in schools, in the criminal justice system, and even globally. Social workers also pursue research and improving policy and that impact the best practices that we follow in how we individually work at different levels. Moreover, our social work degree leads to the social service worker's license in the state of Utah. Our classroom sizes are small, so it makes it very engaging and interactive, and it provides opportunities for you to be able to get to know your peers and your faculty really well. We have a cohort experience. So in our BSW program, we admit for an online cohort and a campus cohort every fall and spring semester, and we'll touch more about that in a future slide. Additionally, our faculty are very highly qualified practitioners in a range of areas. So earlier I mentioned different areas in which social workers work in. Our faculty are working in those and many more. And so it really provides a unique perspective to hear from our faculty and instructors how their practice is going, how they become social workers, and what they're doing in their communities, because oftentimes they're not only just instructors, but they're also practicing social workers. So it provides a unique experience in the classroom. Additionally, our BSW program has a dedicated academic advising team to support you. And as we mentioned in our intro, we help pre-BSW and incoming prospective students BSW, as well as prospective MSW. So we actually work with you for quite some time while you're going through our program. And then we also have a career services. We work very closely with the university's Career and Professional Development Center and work with our career coach over there to host a variety of events and support for that career preparation in terms of post-graduation. We also offer in the College of Social Work free academic assistance for social work classes. So that is one of our PhD students in the social work program who supports our undergrad and graduate students with assignments and homework, learning APA style. So it's a really great resource available to our students for our social work courses. And then we also offer a variety of elective courses. So our major doesn't require electives, but because we are a smaller major and we're constantly thinking about social work from different perspectives and the different expertise that our faculty and instructors bring to the table in our college, there's a variety of social work electives that we offer that students can also take and really enjoy taking. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about our social work websites. It's really good for you to be able to navigate. Here we have the College of Social Work BSW program homepage. This is important to point out that on the left-hand side, you're going to see a variety of links available to prospective students. This is mostly where you're looking at when you're a pre-BSW student. And within each of these is a subpage of additional information regarding that topic. And then when someone is admitted into the program, they tend to move more onto this side, the current BSW student. So this is when you're now admitted into the program. On occasion, you might have to swap between them, but mostly you're working on this side. So you're going to learn about, in this link here, how to apply to the program, our program options. So again, those two cohorts I was referring to, the online and the campus. Learn about the details of our curriculum. So what are the BSW classes about? We even provide a general information on financial aid. So that speaks to our social work application as you're applying to the program. And then also how to schedule a visit with us. Additionally, you'll see information about our Title IV-E career path, which we'll talk more about in the next slide. But there's a landing page just about those details, as well as our certificates, which I'll again talk about in the next slide. So it gives you more detailed information about certificates available to our students. So it's a really great place to be able to find all things related to the BSW program and undergraduate opportunities that we provide in our college. The other website that I want to show you now is the social work advising teams page. That's where we are. So this is where that page will take you that I just clicked on. And here you're going to go ahead and see our homepage, our mission statement, and then also first you're going to come across how to learn more about our programs, depending on where you're at in the college in terms of your student status. We have live information sessions as well as application workshops for both our BSW and MSW program. And then you're going to get to our profiles of our staff in our office. And so then they'll also let you know what is our specialty areas of advising. So that's always important to look at as well as how do you book an appointment with an academic advisor. So the links here that you see, book an appointment, that is always very helpful in terms of how do I schedule an appointment with my advisor. Oh, look, now you see Delva and me here. And this too also provides you links to be able to book your appointment with the academic advisor. You'll notice that it also provides our direct emails and our direct office numbers. So if you do give us a ring, the only way that we're going to be able to return your call is if you leave a message, because sometimes we can't answer. We might be in an appointment or in a meeting or in a workshop or in an info session. And so to be able to make sure that we can return your call, we ask that you just make sure you leave a brief message and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. So that is our advising page. And then one last thing to make sure I point out as well is, so I mentioned earlier that we offer free academic support for social work classes. This is where our current PhD support staff is located. And so when it gets updated, you would see the new person and you're able to go ahead and book an appointment with them as well, and also see their contact information. So a really handy page to familiarize yourself with and know how to get in touch with our team. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about additional opportunities within the College of Social Work. We offer 2 undergraduate certificates. These are available both to BSW and non-BSW students. The first one is the Substance Use Disorder Treatment Training Counseling Certificate. We call it the SUDC certificate for short. This certificate is a great complementary certificate that gives students specific skill sets to work with people who are experiencing or recovering from substance use disorder. It leads to an additional professional license in the state of Utah and actually allows you to professionally counsel with a bachelor's degree. The SUDC classes do not overlap with the BSW classes, and students can choose to opt to take SUDC courses as for credit or non-credit. And you can always chat with an academic advisor to figure out what's the best option for you. The Social Justice Advocacy Certificate is a great certificate that allows folks to learn to hone in on their advocacy and community practice skills. There is an overlap of 2 courses between the BSW curriculum and the Social Justice Advocacy Certificate curriculum. Both, again, can be taken as BSW students or non-BSW students. And then we have a Title IV-E Child Welfare Career Path available just to BSW students. This is a career path for students who are really interested in working with children and families within the child and family welfare system. And specifically, the objective is to help with family reunification. It comes with really great benefits to the students who pursue this path and get accepted. It includes tuition assistantship for up to 48 credits of in-state tuition. And you do your placement of your practicum with the Department of Child and Family Services. And during that practicum semester, you get an additional $1,100 one-time stipend. And then if you speak a preferred language, for example, Spanish, you get an additional $500 stipend during that practicum semester. In return for the professional development and the tuition assistantship that they provide, you commit to working with them for 18 months post-graduation. There is a process to get accepted, and it can only happen after you've been admitted into the BSW program. So if you do review the page on our BSW website, then you would just want to make sure that you're paying attention to the steps that are listed there, and you would have to wait to pursue this opportunity after you're admitted into the BSW program. And I strongly encourage that happens right away after you get admitted. Additionally, we have a really strong partnership with the National Association of Social Workers Utah chapter. They provide a variety of support and advocacy to our students. They help with networking, and they are the ones that help us host social service workers license, as well as licensed clinical social workers license workshops for our students in the spring semesters. So as you're getting ready to graduate and apply for your license, they do workshops for our students. They also advocate for the social work profession, and they really provide some really great networking opportunities to get to know social workers in the state of Utah. And then lastly, a very unique opportunity for our BSW graduates is that it provides an opportunity to be able to be considered for the 1-year advanced standing MSW program option. This is only available to BSW graduates from an accredited program. And so it would allow you to be able to go from our BSW to our advanced standing MSW program. Just something to point out about the advanced standing is that it only starts summer semester. So when you're working with your academic advisor and planning for post-graduation plans, if you're thinking about an advanced standing MSW program option, it's always a really great time to prepare and consider kind of what is your timeline. And so we would be able to help you with that.
So now I'm going to talk about how to prepare. So human service experience is really important and needed when you apply to the BSW program. The human service experience requirement is so you know what social workers do and use your experience to create a strong application. If you haven't already, start looking into acquiring social work human service hours. These hours can be paid or volunteer. You can work with a range of populations, from the homeless, the elderly, children with special needs, people with disabilities, refugees, the hungry, the poor, so many different populations. Your human service needs to be working for or directly with vulnerable, marginalized, or oppressed communities in our society. Keep a journal of your hours, the social work experience, and skills you developed. That information can help you when you work on the BSW application. Attend our events. Social work often has events about what is happening in the world, like racism, human trafficking, the effects of economic inequality, and so much more. You can add these events to your resume. Complete all pre-major requirements or have them in progress while you apply to the BSW program. And they're listed here: general psychology, intro to sociology, US national government, intro to social work, and your general education. BSW is a closed major, meaning you need to apply to the program. First, we'd love for you to meet with a pre-BSW advisor. We can walk you through the application steps and we can help you make a strong application so that you know what is required. Also, you need a minimum of 2.35 cumulative GPA. Higher is better. You also need to complete general education or have it in progress. You can be missing 2 Gen Ed and start the BSW program, but that cannot be math or writing. Prereqs completed or in progress with a C or better within 10 years. You need transcripts from all colleges, even from the University of Utah, or if you've attended several colleges or institutions, you need to upload transcripts from all of them. You need a current schedule, especially if you're currently working on your prereqs or your Gen Ed. Parts of this application is also your personal statement. You will need a minimum of 2, maximum of 3 professional recommendations. This includes a letter plus a form that they will fill out. And then you will need a social work related resume. Every fall and spring term, we host BSW application workshops in collaboration with our University of Utah Career Center. At the workshop, we will talk more in depth about each of the application pieces. Those of you who are entering as a pre-BSW will be added to the pre-BSW email list and receive information about them when we offer these workshops. BSW and the University of Utah, is it the right fit for you? This is a fantastic undergrad degree for students that are interested in helping people, social justice issues and advocacy, mental health and counseling, nonprofit or NGO work, law degree, if you're going towards public health, public administration, or even medical school. Social work is a broad degree that provides you the option to work with different populations in a variety of jobs. Often students that are completing a BSW degree then go on and apply to law school, apply to medical school. Social workers have a deep understanding of social justice, mental health, working with vulnerable populations, and so much more.
So now I'm going to cover some signature experiences that we offer in our college. So as part of your BSW degree, you're going to be doing a BSW practicum. That's what we refer to as your internship, but we call it practicum. It winds up being your capstone for your degree, and it usually comes in your very last semester of your time during the university. You practice being a social worker during your practicum, and you wind up getting an assigned practicum coordinator to help you with your placement, so you don't have to worry about about you finding your own organization that meets the criteria and learning objective of the program. So you'll get support in that. We have over 300 agencies that the field office has a strong relationship with. And so you're bound to find a really great fit to meet your needs and interests, passions and experiences, and also grow as a social worker. Additionally, we offer learning abroad opportunities. We will be offering them once it's safe and we're allowed to. And typically the way it works is that in the fall semester, we wound up going to, we offer an opportunity to go to Mongolia. Students work and interact with professional groups to re-envision how to use social work interactions and to treat with clients. For example, the last experience students went to Mongolia focused on working within the criminal justice system. And it was a really great opportunity for students to learn how social workers do that type of work, as well as being integrated within a variety of cultural immersion opportunities that is scheduled for that trip as well. Then in the spring, the college alternates between Mexico and Ghana. For Mexico, folks will be able to really immerse themselves in social service projects and local non-government organizations. So the focus is really learning about local social and environmental efforts that these communities are serving and these nonprofits and NGOs are working in. And again, you have a variety of cultural experiences that you're participating in during the trip as well. And then in the spring, like I mentioned, they alternate with Ghana. In Ghana, you're really learning more about the social, political, and economic structure of Ghana. You also learn about the Ghanaian society and the culture through volunteering opportunities at local orphanages, schools, social welfare service organizations, and non-governmental organizations. There's also a focus on how do you do field-based research and ethically work in an international setting. So when we're able to start offering those again, we'll be announcing it to our students. They are typically half semester terms, and very unique in the sense that you can still continue with your classes as usual, because they are not full semester study abroad opportunities. You typically meet 4 to 5 times during the first half of the semester with your class and your instructor, and then it's over the fall break or the spring break respectively that you go on the trip. And then you come back and then you're done with the class and you continue with the rest of your classes for the second half of the semester. There are opportunities for students to be able to apply to scholarships that can help offset the costs. So learning abroad opportunities do have additional costs because of the expenses of traveling abroad. Additionally, another opportunity is that in terms of learning abroad, is that some students may be able to also do a global internship. And we have a partnership with the Hinckley Institute here at the university. And so that does take a little bit more careful planning, at least a year in advance, because you're having to work within the timeline of the Hinckley Institute for a global opportunity, as well as the College of Social Work's timeline for your practicum placement. Not only do you have global opportunities for the practicum, but also there's a strong partnership that the Hinckley has with the DC area in Washington, DC. So those are some really great opportunities in terms of practicum and learning abroad. And then we also offer a variety of workshops, and we really encourage our students to, workshops and conferences that we really encourage our students to attend. On the main college campus website, there is an events calendar where those are always posted and updated. And then in our pre-BSW listserv that you will be joining, then you are also informed that way through the community bulletins. We're always informing students about workshops and conferences that are applicable to the social work field, either ones that we're hosting or that folks across campus are hosting that are very relevant to the social work profession and field and for your professional development.
Here is a list of social work programs and program centers which offer research opportunities. The Utah Criminal Justice Center provides collaborating between the U of U and the Utah Commission on Criminal and Juvenile Justice. It also allows our students and faculty to be actively engaged in social justice. We also have Neighbors Helping Neighbors. They promote practice, policy, and research in aging. Also, community collaboration with service and educational research and practice involving the community. We have the Center on Mindfulness and Integrative Health and Intervention Development. We call it C-Mind. C-Mind uses mindfulness to combat chronic health and mental health problems. One focus is to alleviate dependency of opioids, which is a big issue in Utah. They have received multi-million dollars in federal research grants. We also have the Social Research Institute, which we call SRI. They provide research, training, and implementation that assists agencies and programs to provide social justice for children and adults. We also have the Undergrad Research Opportunity Program we call Europe. It's a great funding resource to do your research and present your work or work with faculty on research. It is a resume builder and you develop great skills.
So now it's time to talk about our next steps. What are your next steps in terms of getting prepared to start your first semester at the university? We strongly recommend that you check your hold and your to-dos in your student account. We refer to it as your CIS account. Regularly check those. Those are very important because they can become holds, your to-dos, or you might already have a hold that impedes you from being able to do something, like, for example, registering for the following semester. So always check those regularly. We also strongly recommend that you regularly check your UMail. As a new student to the university, your UMail is FERPA protected. Several offices will only be able to communicate with you via your UMail. So if you feel like you're learning about something and you're not sure what it's about, but you hear another peer or classmate talking about it, it's probably in your UMail. That's also where you're going to actually be getting your bulletins from the pre-BSW community. So that's a really great and important resource to be checking regularly so that you stay informed and you don't miss any important announcements that you might need to know from us or even across campus with various offices and opportunities. We, as first-year students, we also recommend that if you have taken AP or IB exams and are going to be getting college credits for them, that you don't forget to send those official scores to the Office of Admissions. So when you apply, typically you're providing your high school transcript. So all students have to do that. But let's say, for example, you took one of these exams but didn't request to be sent to the U of U already, then you do need to have those official scores sent over from College Board directly to the University of Utah's Office of Admissions so that you can get credit where credit is owed. Also, do not forget to send over your final official transcript from high school. This is really, really important. So when you apply to the university, you provide your high school transcript, but typically you haven't yet graduated. So it's after graduation from high school that you need to send another official high school transcript so that that requirement can clear and it doesn't eventually become a hold that impedes you from being able to register for the following semester. Additionally, if you are one of those students who took concurrent enrollment college courses while you were in high school at a college or a university, then you also need to be providing that official transcript from that college or university to the Office of Admissions. So for example, if that course that you took at Salt Lake Community College of English 1010 is showing on your high school transcript, the University of Utah won't give you those credits without receiving an official transcript from Salt Lake Community College. So just kind of keep that in mind because that's going to be really important when it comes to helping you register for classes and knowing what requirements have been fulfilled. So make sure you send over those official college or university transcripts if you did college courses while you were in high school. You'll be receiving information from our Dean of Students office regarding the sexual assault prevention course. All students are required to do this in their first term. So make sure that you do that in your first term here at the university, or it will become a hold, and you'll receive more direct messaging from the Dean of Students office of when that course is available to you through Canvas. And then again, don't forget to submit your final transcripts. Be proactive, and don't let those eventually be a hold, both of these actually. And then you would also need to go ahead and schedule your first term pre-BSW advising appointment for registration options if you haven't already. Some of you will meet with us before you're viewing this, and some of you still need to go ahead and set that up. So we strongly encourage that you go ahead and schedule your appointment with a pre-BSW advisor if you haven't already. That way we can help look over your academic record and help you determine what classes you can consider in your first semester.
Thank you for meeting with us today. We look forward to meeting with you and helping you navigate the University of Utah and the BSW program. If you have questions, please direct them to bsw@utah.edu.
Thank you so much, everyone. We're so excited you're here with us, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.